Hey everybody, and welcome to another 15-day crafty challenge video. Don't forget to use hashtag #CraftForTheCurve to be entered to win the giveaway from all the sponsors listed in the description down below, and be sure to check out our other crafty creators also listed in the description box down below. We're doing this to help you stay home and flatten that curve. So today I'm going to show you guys how to take ordinary placemats and turn them into an outdoor pillow. It's super easy to do. You only need a couple of things. You'll just need some polyfill, you'll need a placemat, and some hot melt glue, or you can sew it if you can sew. I cannot sew. One thing to make sure you do before you choose your placemat is to make sure that it is a double placemat, meaning that there are two layers, so you can easily tell by just holding it up to the light to see if you can see the pattern through the other side, and you can also tell by the stitching. So let's go ahead and get started. The first thing that you'll need to do to make your pillow is to pick where you're going to cut your seam, because we have to cut a hole in it. So I usually tend to do it like at the bottom, so I wouldn't want to put a hole up here, because I try to look at like which way the trucks are and which way I would typically put my pillow, and I think I would probably put it this way. So I'm going to cut my seam right down here. You can use scissors or an X-Acto knife, basically anything that's going to get you into these threads. Now the bonus to this is I'm going to be able to cut the tag off of this really easy, because I'm just going to cut the seam right where this tag is, and that way I can easily get to where I need to. Now this is a brand new X-Acto knife blade, so it's super sharp, so I'm trying to be really careful. I don't want to cut my fingers. That would be bad. You don't need to cut like too big of a hole, but big enough that you can stick the stuffing into it. So I'm just, as you can see, just cutting along the seam here, and I'm trying to cut really careful. I'm almost to where I can get this tag off. So I'm going to go far enough to at least get the tag off. And then there's two seams on this, so I need to cut into the second part of the seam. Okay. Once you've done that, make sure you put the cap back on your X-Acto knife, and you'll see now that you have a small hole. Now you do want to be careful because it is going to unravel a little bit. But what you're going to do is put all your polyfill into that hole. So I don't have to do too much to my polyfill. It's pretty puffy to begin with, but I like to rip mine up a little bit and do this to it just to give it a little more fluff, and that way it's not quite as stuffed together. It's not so like chunky. And then all I'm going to do is just fill my pillow little by little, just simply like this. Now you can absolutely add HTV to these before you fill them. Definitely recommend doing that before you fill them. And then don't forget, when you're picking out what kind of placemat you want to use, you want to make sure that it is a double placemat, meaning that it is 2 layers and not just like a single layered placemat. They're really easy to find, and what I like about them too is they're the perfect outdoor pillow, because they are already pretty much waterproof and ready to be washed and things, so you can easily just make those. So what we're going to do is go ahead and finish stuffing our pillow, and then I'm going to actually finish my pillow off with hot melt glue because I'm not a sewer, but if you sew, you can sew it, or you can use heat and bond, you can hand sew, or use a sewing machine, whatever you'd like to do. But I'm going to go ahead and finish stuffing our pillow. When we come back, I'll show you it all done. I'm so sorry I forgot to hit record while I fused the pillow together, but all I did was ran a bead of hot melt glue right under my seam right here. And I just ran that hot melt glue, and I did put quite a bit in. Once the glue was there, I set it on to my silicone mat and pressed it down, and then held it down until it was dry. The nice thing is with the hot melt glue, it really does hold pretty well, and it is very easy to do. I cannot sew, but if you can sew, you can definitely sew this together. Shouldn't be a problem. It's pretty easy, but you can see it's held together pretty well, and our pillow is all. I hope you guys had fun learning how to make this super easy placemat pillow. It is such an easy thing to make. It's super puffy. You can make them as puffy as you want. You can just use a dowel rod to stick some of that stuffing in. If you guys have any questions, please let me know in the comments down below. I'm always happy to answer those for you. Make sure you subscribe to my channel. I put out new videos on Wednesdays and Saturdays with the occasional bonus live video. Be sure to hashtag your crafts, #CraftForTheCurve, to be entered to win the giveaway. Have a wonderful day and happy crafting!